In the previous section, we understood what LangGraph is conceptually. Now let's build the smallest possible LangGraph application. The goal is not to build an AI agent yet. The goal is to just understand the building blocks of LangGraph. Let's get started. So these are a couple of imports. The first step is to define the state. Every LangGraph application needs a state. Think of state as the shared memory of the LangGraph. All nodes can read from it. All nodes can write to it. And here we are storing a field called messages. The add messages reducer tells LangGraph that whenever a new message arrives, append it instead of replacing the old messages. So this allows conversation history to grow over time. Next step is to just create the LLM. We initialize our language model. The model will be responsible for generating responses. Third step is to define the node. So this is our first node. A node is simply a Python function. It receives the state, performs work, and returns updates. So in this case, what we're doing is we are reading the message from state. We are sending them to LLM. We are receiving a response and then returning the updated messages. That's all a node does. So nodes are essentially the workers inside the LangGraph workflow. Step 4 is to build a graph. So this first line, this actually creates the graph. The graph knows which state object it will manage. And then we are adding a node over here. We register our node with the graph. You can think of this as, so this LLM is the name, and then the function is called LLM, right? So we are creating a step called LLM and execute call LLM when we reach it. Next, to add the edge, execution begins at start, and the first destination is our LLM node. Then after the node finishes, execution moves to the end. So our graph looks like start, LLM, end, right? And that's the smallest valid LangGraph workflow. Step 5 is to compile the graph. Compilation actually converts the graph definition into executable application, right? And lastly, we are just executing the graph. So we are providing the initial state. The state contains a single message, which is this one. And execution begins at start. The graph reaches the LLM node, and then the LLM generates a response. The graph reaches end, and the final state is returned. And then we are reading the output. So that is the conversation. The last message in the conversation is the AI response, right? So that's what LangGraph is a framework for building stateful multi-step AI workflow using graph-based orchestration, right? So that's how we have built our first LangGraph application. In the next episode, we'll make the graph more interesting.